Well, everyone will remember the scandals about press behaviour, the Millie Dowler case, the campaign by Hacked Off, all leading to the Leveson inquiry and then to a royal charter. But I think a lot of us have lost the plot as to what has happened since all of that. Where has it got to? We didn't want to have a new major inquiry ourselves, but we did want to find out where we are now. Well, we discovered that after Parliament had spoken and the Royal Charter had been created, this set up an arrangement for a press recognition panel to accredit, to approve a regulator, or possibly more than one regulator. And indeed there are two possibilities here. There's IPSO, the Independent Press Standards Organisation, chaired by a distinguished judge, Sir Alan Moses. That is now in existence, looking at complaints that come to it, and indeed a fledgling alternative regulator, which neither of these have yet been recognised by the Press Recognition Panel, but Impress, the second one, is also there in the wings, the independent monitor for the press, and that's raring to go to be a regulator as well. So we've discovered that regulation is now a feasible proposition, and indeed some 4,000 cases have been looked at by IPSO already. About 8 of them have been upheld, lots of them have been resolved amicably, but the work is underway. And indeed IPSO are picking up on 1 or 2 cases that haven't been a source of complaint, like Peter Oborne's resignation from the Daily Telegraph relating to the advertising that he felt was getting in the way of the editorial freedom that he had. And IPSO have said they're going to take up this case and look into it in depth. So we have regulators out there, we've discovered that much, but it's a pretty complicated scene, because not all of the publishers actually belong to or are shown any intention to sign up to any regulator at all. We've got The Guardian, the Financial Times, we've got The Independent, Private Eye, others who are not joining IPSO and are doing their own thing. Quite complicated for the public. Well, the first thing to do is to go to whoever has published the newspaper or the magazine and see if they can sort it out, and if necessary, print an apology for getting something wrong. If you have no satisfaction there, take it to IPSO. If the newspaper or the other publisher is part of IPSO, and 69 publishers are, if it's an organisation doing its own thing, then you must go direct to them and hope that their system, their internal system, will sort you out. But not an easy route for people to follow. What will happen next after the election, because we're not expecting governments to do very much in the run-up to an election. It's a very sensitive time, nobody wants to offend the press, but after the election we are expecting government to answer our kind of key question, which is, are you going to do anything if nobody is recognised as an approved, accredited body to look at complaints, to look at the behaviour of the press, to act as a regulator? Are you, government, going to do anything, or are we going to decide that press freedom means that there isn't really anything government can do? We want to know for the future whether any action is going to be taken to follow through on the Leveson inquiry's recommendations and the Royal Charter's criteria, which to date have not been satisfied. The independence of the regulation has not been established according to those criteria. Is government going to do anything?